Have you ever approached a girl during the day and she's blasé, she's not giving you much, and you're struggling to keep the conversation going? Maybe she's giving you one-word responses, or maybe she's even moving her body away from the interaction. Well, in this video, I teach my client exactly how to continue conversations with girls like this, how to remove her skepticism and use statements of empathy and false time constraints in order to get your proverbial foot in the door and give yourself the highest chance possible of creating a connection with this girl and get the conversation rolling. So guys, enjoy the video. I'll see you at the end. You've just started a conversation with someone and you don't know her. You're asking way too much for her because she's already showing you a certain level of hesitancy. Her body language is coming to the side. She's obviously leaving. So if you ask her for 5 minutes, bro, that's too much. That's where you get yourself blown out there. What you want to do in situations where you notice a girl is somewhat skeptical or she's obviously in quite a rush, you want to make it as easy for her to say yes as possible. You got to remember, bro, there's a few things that are going to go through a girl's mind when she first gets approached. It's who is he? What does he want? How long am I going to be stuck in this conversation? And if you're saying 5 minutes, that's too much investment for her, bro. That's way too much. So if you notice her leaving, it'll be something more like this. It's like, oh, just 1 moment before you go, or just really quick before you go, or you can give a false time constraint. Like, I actually have to go in a moment anyway, but really quick, and then ask her a question, right? To get a bit more investment. But when you do that, bro, it just takes a bit of pressure off her and lets her feel more comfortable to start investing in the conversation. You'll notice some girls that you're talking to, when you start a conversation with her, you can see a level of hesitancy in her body language, right? She's obviously not super comfortable. She might be looking around. She's a little distracted. So you can see that there's a question in her mind that isn't being answered. It's usually one of the, who is he? What does he want? How long am I stuck in this conversation? So with those girls, sometimes if you simply just say, by the way, I actually have to go in like 1 minute, or I actually have to go in 1 second, but really quick before I go, and then you ask her a question like, who are you? Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. Right? Just ask her a level 1 question before then diving deeper into conversation. But that's how you just take the pressure off her. Another thing you can do, and this is a big one for you, bro, because you are struggling a little bit with calibration at the moment. So with the girls who are showing you a little bit of skepticism, right? She's looking away, got her body language out, she's looking around. You can just give her a line like, by the way, you look a little bit distracted. I'm not interrupting anything, am I? That way, it just allows her to understand that you can see her body language. You understand that she's obviously giving you some form of indicative interest.
If I ask her, like, are you in a rush, it's also okay, or like better to say, am I interrupting?
No, you're fine to say, by the way, you look like you might be in a rush. It just shows her that you can see what's going on because she's there. If she's there and she's like, oh yeah, da-da-da-da-da, right? Bro, this is not, you're not gonna get any investment here. So if you just kind of call out what you see right there, right? You're like, by the way, you look like you're in a rush. I actually have to go in a second anyway. That just allows her to feel more comfortable to start investing in the conversation. And the most important thing when it comes to interaction with girls in the day, bro, is minimize resistance as much as possible. It's like, if you can minimize resistance as much as possible, she's more likely to then invest in the conversation, right? Because you'll notice when you're talking to a girl and she has resistance to the conversation, she's giving you like 1-word responses. You're asking her like, oh, by the way, what do you do? She's like, oh, I'm a doctor. Right? And she's not investing in the conversation because she's not yet ready to invest because she's like, I'm a little unsure of what's happening here. So if you were to say like, oh, by the way, you're looking a little bit distracted. I'm not interrupting anything, am I? That allows her to then tell you what she's up to. So it gives you a better idea logistically of how much time you have in this interaction, but it also lets her know that you understand her situation. And if she says, no, you're not interrupting anything, great. She's given you verbal consent essentially to continue the conversation. That being said as well, for some of those girls, you're gonna need to potentially give her a false time constraint. So something as simple as like, by the way, I actually do need to go in a second anyway, but really quick before I go, or you notice she's leaving the interaction, it's like, but before you go, 1 moment, just before you go, really quick, I actually have to leave in a second anyway, really quick, okay, what is your name? Hi, nice to meet you, I'm Ben, and then continue the conversation, okay? Go into level 1, 2, 3 questions. Obviously not 3 in an interaction that's gonna be that short, but does that make sense? So it's all about just minimizing resistance in the interaction itself, okay? Cool, and dude, there is nothing wrong with you calling out what's in front of you. If you can see there's skepticism, if you can see that there's some potential discomfort, it's okay to call it out. You don't want to say, by the way, you don't look comfortable, because that's then gonna frame the conversation in a negative light. It can be like, by the way, you look a little bit distracted, by the way, you looked a little bit skeptical right now. I'm not interrupting anything. A line like that can really make a girl feel way more comfortable, bro, okay? Cool, all right, baby. On to the next. Let's do it. Oh, that was crispy. Let's go. What did you think about that interaction, bro?
It was good. I opened good. She stayed like immediately.
Yes.
And I came like sweet. And she catch like attention really quick. I make a few questions like the surface.
Yes.
Till I found out like about what she do and
Yep.
why she do it, like why she study that.
Yep.
And it was like a level 2 question.
Yes, absolutely. There we go. There we go.
Then like she said that Madi, like she wanted to go, so I told her like I showed like a statement of empathy. I showed like that I understand that she's like in a rush, something
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
Still, like,
Which was great.
So I catch like few more minutes, 1 minute, like to talk with her more about that and maybe like investigate her more and see if potentially I can get her number or something like that.
Yep, I actually think you would have easily gotten the number if you actually went for it. Overall, bro, it was really good. I actually really liked the statement of intent you made when you were like, so you're not only pretty, you actually got some brains in there. Well done. So it was kind of a statement of intent, but a little bit condescending at the same time. Like you weren't expecting her to also have brains too, which is in a sense kind of a tease at the same time. So I actually really liked that, bro. That was nice. Obviously, that got a good reaction from her too, bro. Overall,
when I say it, girls like it actually. I mean,
yeah, well, bro, if she likes you, she appreciates you showing her intent. But again, it wasn't too aggressive. It was playful. It was super chill. I really liked it, man. Your body language, we need to just chill you out, bro. We need to ground you a little more, okay? Chest out, shoulders back. Remember, you got a string pulling you from the top of your head. I can't have you slouching forward like this. You want to be standing up nice and confident. No, we want to improve your posture a little bit more again, bro. Remember, you're going to have to just remind yourself over and over and over again. So I know you have a lot of energy, bro, but I need you to just be a little more grounded in your interaction. If you're moving around too much, if you're this here.
It looks like I'm coming to fight.
This here is a tension. Well, it implies that you're nervous or you have certain intentions with her that she's not sure about. It creates an uneasiness in a girl. Again, we want to minimize resistance as much as possible. We don't want to do anything that might increase resistance, and us moving around a lot is going to make her less comfortable. Okay, so this tension relieving behavior, we want to stop that. Relax, baby, relax. Don't move your body so much. It's okay to move, but if you're going to move, you want to be very purposeful with your movements.
Okay.
You don't want to be just constantly on the move. We're not at a rave. In terms of your conversation, do you see how well the conversation flowed? Now, it's flowing so well because you're now going into interactions and you're not trying to get something from her. You're not trying to get a hook. You're not trying to get her to like you. You're just listening to the person in front of you. You genuinely are trying to find out who she is. And because of that, things are flowing much easier and you're seeing opportunities to go into level 2 a lot easier as well. So that was really nice, bro. The next thing I wanted to talk about was your focus as well, bro. Now that you're not focusing on yourself as much, your focus isn't all over the place and you're focusing more on her, you're also doing a lot better too. You're not focusing and getting self-conscious about yourself, you're just focusing on the person in front of you, and this is allowing you to see those opportunities to go deeper into conversation. Have you noticed when you're just assessing what am I curious about this person, when you're actually genuinely listening to her, you're gonna see the conversational threads that pop up. And that's the easiest way for you to dive into those level 2 and potentially level 3 questions, which is gonna really build the investment in the interactions. So bro, overall, that was really nice. I could see your mindset when you went in there. You weren't attached to say getting an outcome. You weren't attached to her really liking you. So because of that, when you did make a statement of intent, it came across really nice. And when you were asking level 1 questions, you easily saw an opportunity to go into level 2 and get her to invest more. So again, bro, overall, that was just a really nice interaction. In fact, that was your best one today. How you feeling?
Perfect.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. So your last interaction was fantastic. The energy that you brought into that was awesome.
The reapproach, girl?
The reapproach, bro. You're just like, I don't even give a let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
And because you now came to her, because you now came to her in a much more chill, pleasant vibe, she all of a sudden was way more receptive to you when you came and talked to her. Now, another reason why she was more receptive to you as well is because this time you held way stronger eye contact with her when you approached her. Your body language was much better. You were better positioned, you had a smile on your face, and you were holding strong eye contact. Remember, bro, our eyes are magnets. This is how we get our attention. This is one of the biggest reasons why someone's gonna stop. If you're breaking eye contact constantly when you're trying to approach a girl, that's going to increase your likelihood of being blown out tenfold. Also, your last few interactions, your attention has been much more focused on the person in front of you. So instead of just looking around, scanning the environment, you are just focused on the girl who's in front of you. Now, as you know, bro, it's really important, especially when it comes to level 1, 2, and 3 questions, which is why you're able to start having a bit more of a conversation with that second approach that you made, the blackhead girl. You're doing fantastic, bro. You're asking basic surface level question, diving into level 2 question, which is exactly how conversation is meant to be. Now again, her English wasn't amazing, so make sure with the girls who don't speak fantastic English, just give her a little bit of positive reinforcement. It's going to encourage her to then speak English herself. So it's like, if she's self-conscious about her English speaking abilities, she might want to remove herself from the conversation just because she feels dumb or she feels like she might make a fool of herself. So with those girls, it's important to give us some positive reinforcements. Like, by the way, you actually have really good English. A little compliment about her English, it's just gonna encourage her more to speak with you and feel more confident when it comes to the conversation itself. Because again, a lot of girls just don't wanna feel silly. Like they might have a little bit of anxiety themselves, they don't wanna seem dumb, so they just remove themselves from the interaction. So bro, those last couple of interactions are actually fantastic. Just make sure that you are maintaining eye contact, grounded, relaxed, focus solely on the person in front of you. That way you don't miss any of those conversational threads that pop up. That way you can have as good a possible conversation and build as much investment as you can. Next one, you fucking ready? Let's go. That's what I like to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Now, if you enjoyed the video, then make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps us with the algorithm gods, and we must appease them so that we can expose our content to more people. And also, if you enjoyed looking at the blue mosque in the background, then give us a like, motherfucker. Also, make sure to join our free private Facebook group. The link is in the description below. This is where we post a ton of content that we are not allowed to post here on YouTube. So again, it's free to join, and I will see you there. Either ways, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.